objective is I can make predictions based on a sample. And then there's a few vocab words we need to go over at the beginning. Statistics is collecting, organizing, and interpreting data. So this is our statistics unit. A survey is one method of collecting information where we ask people, it could be written, it could be verbal, ask people to answer questions. The population is the group being studied, so it's the whole group that we're looking at. And the sample is part of the population that is surveyed, so it's a smaller part of the group that we actually survey. So for example, one, we're just identifying which set is the population and which is the sample. So we wanted to do a survey on dress code changes. Set A is the students in the middle school. Set B is the 7th graders in the middle school. So since set A represents the whole group that we're studying, this would be the population. And then 7th graders could be the sample. That could be a group that we picked to survey instead of surveying the whole school, because that would take too long. Another option or example is if we're trying to survey about favorite flavors of ice cream. We have two sets of people, the customers at an ice cream shop in the town and the residents of the town. So which one of these is the whole group we're studying, and which one is the group that's actually surveyed? So the residents of the town is the population, that's the whole group we're studying. And the customers at the ice cream shop is the sample. That's just the group that we're actually able to survey, because we can't ask everyone in the whole town. The next example says Logan wants to survey students in his high school about their favorite and least favorite ice cream flavors. Describe a possible sample Logan could survey instead of surveying the entire school. So there's multiple different answers for this. I'm going to say he could survey everyone in his math class. And we'll talk about later a different day about if this is a good survey sample method or not, but we just want any example here. Survey everyone in his math class. Okay, example 3 says the students in Mr. Blackwell's class brought photos from their summer vacation. The table at the right, this table shows how many students brought each type of photo. What is the probability that a student brought a photo from a theme park? So 11 students brought a photo from the theme park out of 28 students total, and I can't simplify that, so the probability that somebody brought a photo from the theme park is 11 out of 28, or you could put it as a decimal, which would be about 0.393 or 39.3%. The next question says there are 560 students in the school. Predict how many students would bring a photo at a theme park. So I know 11 out of 28 in Mr. Blackwell's class brought a photo at the theme park. Now I want to know how many would bring a photo of a theme park out of 560 students. So I'm going to cross multiply. So I have 28 times x, which is 28x, and 11 times 560, which is 6,160. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 28. So I get x equals 220. So you could predict that 220 people out of 560 would bring a photo from a theme park. Example 4 says every 6th person in the school cafeteria was asked to name where he or she would like to go for the school spring outing. 15 chose an amusement park, 10 chose a baseball game, 10 chose a water park, and 6 chose an art museum. What is the probability that a student prefers to go to the amusement park? So how many like the amusement park? 15 out of how many students total? We had 15 students plus 10 more students plus 10 more students plus 6 more students. So that would be 41 students total. That's the probability. Now if we suppose there are 408 students in Julia's school, we want to predict how many would prefer going to an amusement park. We would do 15 out of 41 equals x over 408. We cross multiply. 15 times 408 is 6,120, and then divide by 41. So we have x equals 149.3 students. So we could round that up. I would just say we can't have part of a student, so I would just round up to 150 students. Even though usually 0.3 we round down, we can't. If we have part of the student choosing the amusement park, that means the whole student chose the amusement park. Okay, example 5 says, according to one survey, 25% of high school students reported that they would not get summer jobs. Predict how many out of 948 students at Mohawk High School would not get summer jobs. I could do that the same way I did examples 3 and 4. I wanted to use percents on this one, so I'm just going to use 25% as a decimal is 0.25 times 948. That will tell me how many students out of 948 would not get a summer job. And I'm typing in the wrong thing over and over again. Okay, so it'd be about 237 students. Okay, example 6 you're going to do on your own and then submit that for your answer to this video.